Hello, hello. Mestiza Khalifa here, bringing you Hauntsville. Um, I just got this game, saw it on special. It didn't have a high rating, but I couldn't find much of information or any information really on it. Very limited information. It just dropped on ps5, I think May 13th. And honestly, I'm actually enjoying it for what we got it for 15, 16 euros. I think right now in America it's probably like 14, 15, I can't remember. Regardless, the game is actually pretty cool. The game is it's kind of like 7 Days to Die meets the Wild West or Weird West meets the forest, kind of, if you know. But honestly, the game is actually pretty fun. The only issue is that it's very barren, like very it's very skeletal still in its in its content and its everything really. I mean, I'm having fun just trying to get through the little story that you can get through if you want to. There's a few things you can do, the crafting. You know, there's it's very barren, still very basic. Not a lot you could still do. But so far I've been kind of traveling to some of these locations, you know, following what is the little story that is with this game. And I have to admit, even though this game does have its problems, it's it's fun. I picked it up about a day or two ago already, and I have not been able to put it down. You know, it's one of those games that if you have patience for it, you can enjoy it. You know, but at the same time, you have to be realistic in your expectation. The game isn't developed by a major company, corporations, doesn't have a massive dev team. It's literally one guy. So for it being one guy and for what is being provided to you, it's not that bad. Could it have been better? Yes. Had this person had a whole team with them, wonderful. So far, I'm enjoying it. The concept itself is more like Weird West meets the forest, kind of meets 7 Days to Die, but it's very skeletal still. It's still in skeletal stages. I know it dropped in Steam on Steam. I don't know how long ago, so I don't know the comparison between console and that. Um, but it does have some bugs. You know, there obviously there's going to be a lot of bugs actually, but for starters, like I said, if you don't have patience for this, for stuff like this, you shouldn't play. You're gonna straight out hate it. But honestly, if you have a little bit of patience, for both the people, the person that's working on this game, and the game itself is actually pretty freaking fun. Like I picked it up and I have not been able to put it down. There's things like you know, you have no settings. There's no settings. You don't have a a great big amount of stuff you can do, craft, whatever. I'm still learning the few things that it does provide, so I'm not bear with me. And but I like this. I like the fact that you have a little engine. I'm trying to farm to get my train tracks, see how what can be done with it. You know, I'm still in the early stages of this game, so that's it's nice. You know, when you get a new game, kind of exploring it. But now, the problems that I have encountered. For one, the layout, the button layout is a bit of a annoyance, I guess if you want to say it. You know, you push R3 to open up your inventory, circle, if you touch something, it says right there, you know, drop an item with square or you transfer it. The problem is that when you try to transfer an item into a box, here's another one. Instead of running, just, you know, you have to hold the L3 to run. Just there's no way to change the button layout. That just gets tiresome at some point. And then here, here's my biggest gripe right now. Everything else I've been able to kind of have patience with, but this, if you let's say transfer something to the box, but instead of pushing circle, you push square. sometimes it will drop as an item bag, but 99% of the time, the item will disappear. So I've lost shotguns, bullets, everything from forgetting don't push square on the boxes, push circle. Like, and it's due to prior games and mechanisms that you want to push square or X, whatever, and you end up dropping an item and losing it forever. Even if you take off your entire base, you won't find it. So for me, I think it would be better to have the ability to change the button layout and maybe locking um, the crafting because it's annoying that you push a button by accident, like the right on the D-pad, and you will remove an entire wall. And you're not trying to remove a wall, and then it'll glitch to where you can't put the wall back down. So it's again, it's annoying, a nuisance, but you can survive. Oh, I should empty my mic. Other than that, it's yeah, like the game is so it's still very in its beginning, extremely beginning stages in my opinion. But so you're gonna have things like enemies hitting you through walls. Anybody who's ever played a survival game or any kind of game similar to this understands that there's these common things that these games have, like glitches where enemies hit you through walls, glitches with inventory, lack of sufficient content. I mean, if you've been playing games for a while, you know there's going to be stuff you're going to have to be patient with the developers to fix or just put down the game. I'm actually enjoying the story. I personally, for what I paid and what I'm getting, I think it's okay. It's manageable. Would I have wished for something a little bit better? Yes, but then you also have to be understanding that the game isn't being developed by a major company. It's literally one guy. And it's like it's one guy. It's one freaking dude. So, see, this is the thing. I have patience for this game and a little bit of low key. I'm starting to fall in love with it. Like one of those kinds of games that you're like, man, I hate this, but I love it at the same time because I know the person doing it is like one single dude, like some dude from Austria, I think it was. I want to say Johansson or something. Something. Sorry, but and so I have patience for it. Ah, crap. Oh, crap! Not here. Oh no, I do have bullets. Yeah, the enemies aren't too bad either. Watch me die. Ah! Okay, I got a little scared there because there's also something that happens with this game. The enemies cannot go through doorway sometimes, and sometimes, like we just saw right now, they can. But most of the time, they get stuck at the doors. They won't go through, and you cannot shoot through it unless it's like this. I think this they can. Well, there was a ladder that didn't see that, but yeah, that's another issue. If I sit here and start naming all the problems that it has, you're gonna be like, ew. The box are an issue. The enemies getting stuck at, frames is an issue. You can't shoot through through doorways or windows. It just won't register. Um, let's see. There's also some no crosshair. There is no crosshair, so you're kind of like hoping you hit something. And there's no, quick bar, maybe a dial. Like I said, there is a lot to be done with this game. It's still very skeletal, very, 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 very raw. I don't want to call it low budget because it's not that low budget, but it's fun. Honestly, if you have nothing to play and you're okay with one supporting a single human being developer, a single man team, and you have patience for indie games and just, things like that, get it. It's if you have nothing else to play and you're in between games, not sure what to do, get the game. It's pretty fun. And nothing that I've played so far like glitches me out of the story or the quest where I can't proceed. So far, I've been progressing in the story with no issues or problems. So that at least gives me a feeling like, okay, I didn't pay a lot for it, but I'm still like enjoying or given something, not just like I spent 15 bucks and this thing is unplayable. You can't do anything. It's, everything is horrible or it's one dimensional kind of type of thing. It's got a little bit of depth. And so I'm hoping that the person doing this game or developing this game will be able to have enough support to hire someone else to help or someone pick this up because it's fun. I like it, and I do. So far, I've had a couple scares. I've had a lot of scares to hear something. I do like the audio track also, and I do like the fact that the guy does add some music, so it's not just like a dead sounding game kind of thing, low budget type thing. And I died. Didn't even realize I was dying. But yeah, it's the respawning that's actually pretty hilarious. I just died and respawned, which makes it kind of pointless to eat because if you die, you just spawn right next to your character. Like I said, there's a lot to be done with this game, but I do recommend it if you got nothing else to do, nothing else to play. Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice game, I think. A lot to get done with it. A lot more to go. I'm enjoying the enemies. They're not too hard. Uh, I'm still in the beginning stages of the story, so as I progress through it, I'll keep you guys updated. There is a Reddit. I do have a Reddit where I'm just putting all the known errors I have found so far and issues maybe the guy who's developing would like to take a look at it. There is a Discord for this game also. I think I'll put it in the description at some point here, but so far so good. Not too bad, not too great. Pretty fun. I'm actually enjoying more than anything um, seeing what kind of enemies this game has. I just started a day, like 2 days ago, so I'm not too far ahead. And so far, even though it's very barren, even though it's very skeletal, even though it has some glitches, even though there's a lot of things to be added, I'm glad I bought it, honestly. So right now it has a rating of 3 stars, I think, in the PlayStation Store. I would be 3.5, honestly. It's not a 4 or 5 star game. 3.5 is correct. At least so this is kind of part of the fun that I'm having right now, just kind of discovering what's out there. And it's never the same enemies. I have to get away from that because I have no idea what that is. I've seen some monsters so far pop up with like 500 or I don't even know how much freaking life and I'm just shooting and shooting them like, oh man. But yeah, wish you guys the best. Hope you guys have fun. Give it a try, man. Give it a try right now that it's on special. Check it out. It's pretty fun. If you have nothing else to play with and you're kind of bored, in between games, it's a pretty good game. Pretty good game. Catch you guys later.